of the 2019 AMC 8, and I will first start by going over the concept of percentages. Let's take a look at how a percentage works. We use percentages to easily compare and see the difference between two fractions or more. And for example, if we have the fractions 3 over 10 and 4 over 25 and 5 over 50, we can't easily see and compare the fractions and see which one is the greatest and least, so we can convert them to percentages, and then we get a common denominator of 100, and the portion is 30, so we have 30%. And then over here we have common denominator 100, and a portion is 40, so we have 40%. And then we have 10% over here. And now after we convert it to percentages, we can easily see which fraction is the greatest and least. And that is how a percentage works. And now the question is asking, Gilda has a bag of marbles. She gives 20% of them to her friend Pedro. And first we can start by making the letter M represent the number of marbles she has. And it says she gave 20% of them to her friend Pedro, so we can write 20 over 100 of M, and that she gave to Pedro. And then next she gave 10% of what is left to her friend Ebony, so we can write 10% of what is left after she gave 20% of the marble she has to Pedro. So what is left is 80% because she gave 20% away. So it's 80 over 100 of M that she gave to Ebony. And then finally, Gilda gives 25% of what is now left in the bag to her brother Jimmy. So we can write 25% of what is left in the bag after she gave 10% of 80% of M to Ebony. So it's going to be 90%. Of the remainder, which was still 80% of M, and since the remainder hasn't changed, we can write the same 80% of M over here. And that she gave to Jimmy. And then it says, what percentage of her original bag of marbles does Gilda have for herself? So it's going to be the remainder of the amount that she gave to Jimmy. And that is going to be 75% because it's the remainder of 25%. So we can write 75 over 100. Of 90 over 100 of 80 over 100 of M, and that's equal to the amount that Gilda has to herself remaining after she gave the number of marbles to her friends. And so this is the percentage of the number of marbles remaining after she gave it. And if we simplify the fractions, we get 3/4 of 9 over 10 of 8 over 10 of M. And that's still equal to the amount that Gilda has to herself. And we can see that 4 goes into 8 2 times. And then if we multiply the numerators, so we multiply 3 times 9 times 2, and so we get 54 over 100 of M, and that's the amount of marbles that Gilda has to herself. And so the percentage of her original bag of marbles that Gilda has left to herself is 54%, because a percent is a portion over 100. And so we have 54 over 100, and that's the portion of 100. So it's going to be 54%. And so that is our answer. Thank you for watching.